everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Helen and today I'm going to be doing the end of year book tag. I saw that Sam from Griffreads had done it recently and it goes way back. I'm sure she said Ariel Bissett did it on her channel. I don't know if she's still got a channel, but that's where it came from originally. There are 6 questions, so I'm just going to go through them. So I'm going to open the second pocket for my Halloween Hocus Pocus themed calendar. So we're looking for number 2, which is this, oh, I don't know if you can see it there, this nice big one here that says, who dares to light the black flame candle? And we'll see, this glue is really strong on some of these. Look what's inside. Oh, there's quite a few things here. I'll put these down and have a look. So we've got, oh, it's little cards that you can send to people. So that one says, Sanderson Sisters makes me sick. We've got, I put a spell on you. We've got, trouble is brewing. I think it's meant to go that way. No, oh, the lights. And we've got Tonight We Fly, Broom Squad, estimated 1693. And then you've got the 3 of them on there. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying not to let the glare. Yeah, little cards. I don't know who I'll send them to, but there's 4 of them. I'll have a think of who I know in my life likes Halloween the best. And I might send them a little note with some sweets. So there you go. And yeah, we might as well start now. So the first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? So I am currently in the middle of the audiobook of I Haven't Been Entirely Honest With You by Miranda Hart. I think I've got about 3 hours of that left. I'm really enjoying it. Anybody who's had any kind of chronic condition, been through any particular stress or anything like that this will really resonate, and she comes up with tips of things that have helped her to get to know herself better, get to know her body better, to get better at self-care. I'm just finding it really relaxing to listen to at a really nice pace, and yes, I'm really enjoying it. And because I'm listening to the audiobook, I'm enjoying hearing her voice. Like she does talk in a comical way sometimes, but it's not like, I'm sure I read one of her other books before which was just kind of jokey all the way through, whereas this is light-hearted, but you can tell that she's taking it serious as well, so I really appreciate that. So I definitely want to finish that by the end of the year, but to be honest, I think I'll get that read within the next week or 2. I also recently received this book from Pushkin Press. I'm going to be part of the blog tour for it. It's The 12 by Liz Hyder. It's a YA with like spooky vibes, and I actually got given sent a hagstone with it as well, and a little piece of chocolate, which I thought was a nice touch. So far I'm not very far into it, but it's about an older sister and a younger sister who are staying at a campsite with the mum, and something weird happens on the first night and the little sister goes missing, and then yeah, things unfold. I won't say too much, I don't want to do any spoilers, but she's got to work out what's gone on. That's the older sister. So yeah, it's definitely giving spooky vibes. It's probably going to be the limit of what I could probably cope with anyway, so it's probably aimed well at me, the fact that it's a YA. But yeah, I really want to get this finished because I'm part of that blog tour. Then the other 2 are ones that I'm reading with Sophie. So Nina Peanut 2, Mega Mystery Solver. You might have heard me mention the first one, and we picked it up at the supermarket. Sophie really loved it. It's like a graphic novel comic book for kids, so we waited for the second one to come out and got it straight away. So we're reading this every night at bedtime. And then Sophie read Millions at school, really enjoyed it. So we are, how many chapters? About 6 chapters. Oh no, not 6 chapters. We've only read a couple of chapters together. It is really funny, this book. I've really enjoyed it so far. But because Nina Peanut come out and she wanted to read that first, we've still got to do this one. So I'm hoping to get that read by the end of the year. So they're the ones that I'm kind of in the middle of. So yeah, we'll see where we go with that. Number 2 do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I can't think of a specific one. However, then I was thinking about my Spookoplathon books, and the Dreadwood by Jennifer Killick is definitely the colours of the book and everything, and as it's probably, well, it's not set at Halloween, but it's like, it's definitely giving like Halloween, October vibes. So that's definitely any book that you figure that could be set around October is heading into autumn. So yeah, I was thinking that one. I don't know if I said in my book what this one was about. When classmates Angelo, Hallie, Gustav and Nara are forced to come to school on a Saturday, they already think it's the worst day ever, but they're wrong. Things are about to get seriously scary. What has dragged their teacher underground? Why do the creepy caretakers keep humming the tune to Wincy Wincy Spider? All alone and trapped at school, the gang's only hope is to figure out why they are being targeted, but they better be quick because something is lurking in the shadows and it's out for revenge. So yeah, autumnal vibes. Question number 3 is there a new release you're still waiting for? I've not got any. I tend not to pre-order books now. I tend to just go out and get them or go to the library and get them. However, there is a book that I want to read, and that is Out of Character by Alison Steadman. She is the actress who plays Pam in Gavin and Stacey, and I really want to hear some of the backstage gossip from that, so I'm hoping she does talk about that quite a lot. I've seen her in a few things. I saw her in Fat Friends. I saw her when she did some kind of DNA, Who Do You Think You Are kind of program with Larry Lamb. Yeah, I've just seen her in a lot of things and really liked her, so I really want to read that book, and that's one I'd like to get my hands on. Question 4, what are the 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I've cheated a little bit. I've got 4, but one of them's something that I'd like to read with Sophie. So the first one is Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. I've read the first 2. This is starting on 2 new characters from that book. But I'm holding off it because I know it's going to be heartbreaking and hard to read, but I do want to read it by the end of the year so I can get this. I say this series finished off, but because the first 2 books are about 2 characters, and then the next 2 books about another 2 characters, and then there's 1 book about 2 characters, so I'm thinking there might be another book coming out to do with those characters, if that makes sense. So yeah, I want to finish the series off. I don't want to be, as most booktubers know, you read series and then you are in the middle of that many, you forget where you're up to. So I just want to make sure that I get that series finished. The next one is The Wilds by Sarah Pierce. I read the first 2 in this series, and I think the second one I read quite a while ago. I read The Sanatorium a few years ago for Eurovision-a-thon. I can't remember what country that was set in, but I'm pretty sure I read it for that. Or we might have picked it for the Eurovision-a-thon book club one year, because we did have that at one point. Then read the second one, which I think was called The Retreat, and so this is following on from that. So yeah, definitely want to get that one finished. And then another one that I really want to read is a non-fiction called Unmasked, and it says The Ultimate Guide to ADHD, Autism and Neurodivergence by Ellie Middleton. I really recently saw Ellie Middleton talking on a channel that specifically talks about ADHD diagnosis, but this one in particular was looking at her because she'd had a dual diagnosis for autism as well, and just a lot of the stuff that she was saying rang true with me, and I find it so interesting. So yeah, I just wanted to delve into it further, specifically with her, because the things she talked about and the things she experienced and how she lived her life rang true with me. So I want to read this book at some point. Again, I've been holding off because I think it's gonna, in looking into all of this, it's got me thinking about a lot of things that I've experienced. I don't have any kind of diagnosis or anything, but I'm noticing little things, and so I just enjoy is the wrong word, but if I just say that word for now, enjoy looking into this, because there's things and hints and tips that she does that I think might just help me in my life. So yeah, I do want to read this. I just keep putting it off, but I would like to read it by the end of the year. That was very long-winded. I apologise. Right, the next one, the Sophie one. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. The one for Sophie is Awful End by Philip Ardagh. It says the Eddie Dickens trilogy. Sophie has read one of these with her teacher in school, but his had the purple cover, and I ordered the purple cover off eBay, and this is the one that come. But it says book one, so whichever one they're reading, I would like to start with book one anyway. So I'm not sure where we'll go with this, but anything to get Sophie to love reading, which she already does, but to encourage that more. If she says she likes a book in school and she'd like to carry on at home, that's what we do. We've done that before when she's done Roald Dahl books, millions as well, because there has been a couple of books that they've read in school, Coraline being one of them, that Sophie just didn't take to and didn't really enjoy. So any that she goes, yeah, the teacher picked this and we liked it, we're like, yay, let's go with that. Question number 5. Is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Junior Eurovision-a-thon is coming in November. Because I read a wide range of books in that time from different countries, some non-fiction, lots of different kind of genres with that, I do tend to find some favourites. I really enjoy the travel non-fiction genre, and so that tends to be a time that I read a lot of books like that. One of the ones I'm excited to read is The Happiest Kids in the World, Bringing Up Children the Dutch Way by Rena May Acosta and Michelle Hutchinson. And I've got a feeling that something like this could be 5-star. Sorry, that looks very off-white. It was a second-hand book from the library that I picked up. So, yeah, it does look a bit grubby. Yeah, so I'm thinking one of the Eurovision-a-thon books will be that for me. Question 6. Have you already started making reading plans for next year? Not massively, but I'm aware of 2 books that I really want to read next year. One is the next in the Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. That will be book 5. I've just found out that's coming out next year and I'm excited for it. And the other one is another series that I was reading by Rachel McLean, and it's the Dorset Crime series, and it's book 10. And I'm sure it was the Pool something murders. Pool in the Dorset area. There's already been a Pool one, so I can't remember what the title of it is, but I looked on Fantastic Fiction and there's a book 10 coming out, so I'm excited for that. I was considering starting one of her other series, but as they seem to run on a while, and I didn't know book 10 was coming out of this one, so I'm kind of glad I didn't start another series in the middle of that, because obviously she'll write in a similar kind of way and I don't want to cross over series and get confused. So yeah, they're the 2 books that I'm waiting for. So that was a quick whistle-stop tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what books you're trying to read by the end of the year, or if you're trying to read any of the ones that I've mentioned. And I will speak soon.